wander into any restricted areas.
Not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. Let me guess. Looking for Imogene? I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both. She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips. Well, that desk work is what keeps your cred stick full, and this company 2 steps ahead. So why are you looking for Imogene? Is she in trouble? Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. Besides, speculation is far more fun. I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet. Is there an echo in the room? Yeah, Frankie's is a front. Crap convenience store on the outside, high-tech hideout on the inside. Of course, the only people that really know that are Ryujin Bayu and the Syndicate itself. Your guess is as good as mine, but she's up to something. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job. And there's a reason I'm in charge of the technicians here. Yeah, because bosses love it when you go around them. Have fun with that. Good luck finding Imogene. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it. I'm serious about talking to Dalton. The man might lose his mind if you went into Frankie's without permission. I think of it as a hobby. What better way to keep my skills sharp than tracking Imogene? But before you go getting jealous, you should know by now that my team keeps an eye on pretty much everyone, especially those within operations. What do you expect when you specialize in sabotage? Of course she does, because she's good at her job. That's why I respect her. Touché. To be frank, I don't expect anyone here to trust me either. And if they did, they wouldn't last long. Trust can lead to a carelessness that we can't afford. Imogene, like myself, is trusted for one thing and one thing only: to get results. Time and dedication don't mean much around here. And loyalty? Even less. Time to see if I can do a little more digging of my own. If you dove right into the Syndicate's hideout, those consequences are going all the way up to Misako. They aren't just some random street gang like the Strikers or Disciples. They have ties to Bayu, which means they have ties to us. Head to Bayu Plaza and go down the alley by Enhance. Once you see sleep crates, hang a left and you're there. The Syndicate is probably the biggest gang here in Neon, controlled by Benjamin Bayu himself. Of course, that's not a widely known fact. Most of the Syndicate only know him as an anonymous figurehead. We've used them on occasion ourselves. They're helpful when it comes to tying up loose ends or if you need a few extra guarantees.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet.
Been waiting here for ages. My company. Sometimes I think they keep us waiting a little bit. I'm still not in town. How long are they going? Are you here for? I can't talk. Eugen CEO is no joke in the boardroom. They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
I've got my eye on. I don't have time to talk. I'm on duty.
No Imogene, I see. Could she really be onto us already? A good question. But with her abilities and connections, the possibilities are too many to speculate on right now. We need to find her first, then address that issue afterward. Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogene's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. You'll need to speak with Benjamin Bayou. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. If we're lucky, he may even help us get to Imogene. Bayou owns the Sioka Syndicate. For you to walk in there without discussing it with him first could be seen as a violation of our business relationship. This is not a choice. It's an order. Head over to the trade tower and be discreet. Let Bayou know that you're there on Ryujin's behalf. He may ask for credits or even a favor. Just give him what he wants. The sooner, the better. We don't want to give a clever mind like hers any more room than we have to. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she's truly the mole, she'll have a lot to answer to. If she resists or tries to run, we have no choice but to take it as an admission of guilt. I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of her. Matters like these are handled within the corporation. The information we're dealing with is too sensitive for law enforcement, and their security leaves much to be desired. It wouldn't be long before the information was either leaked to the press or sold to yet another competitor. The risk of Imogene continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she could cause a great deal of harm to this company. She knows the consequences of betraying Ryujin, which makes her dangerous. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I only ask that you perform a thorough search for any evidence she may have in her possession. I trust you won't let your past relationship cloud your judgment. Remember, don't let her out of your sight once you find her. I don't know. I want to believe she's innocent, But trust isn't something we put much faith in when it comes to security. Benjamin Bayou is administrator of Neon. He runs this town and controls almost everything in it. The only exception is Ryujin Industries, but only due to how mutually beneficial our relationship has been. It's a delicate situation. Bayou could make things very difficult for us if we crossed him. I highly doubt the administrator's involved. If he knew we were dealing with a mole that might threaten Ryujin's success, he'd be taking less subtle measures to dispose of them. That, and I have no doubt we would have heard from him by now.
Neon. If you head down any dark alleys, bring an espresso. It won't help you escape, but at least you'll be hydrated.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jets. They fly around.
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want? It's been a very beneficial partnership. As long as we continue to look out for our mutual interests, I can't complain. No. I can always make time when it comes to an old friend. So, what would be the reason? I may consider Ryujin an ally, but Dalton especially knows I don't give anything blindly. As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves, I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate lets you in hassle-free, provided you do a little something for me. And what mutual benefit would that be? But more importantly, what's good for me is good for Ryujin. I hope I can trust you. This is starting to sound like my kind of deal. All right. You talk a good game. And I suppose if we're looking at a mutually beneficial situation, there's no reason for me not to allow such a small favor. Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're to be expected, so she shouldn't give you any trouble. Fair warning, the Syndicate should let you search any common areas, but if anyone catches you snooping around private quarters, I'll just say, be prepared for some hostilities. What are you standing around for? You got... Well, that was riveting.
I'm not.
I gotta take care of this.
Need something? Better have credits to spend. Oh, you're the one getting special treatment. Huh. I knew you was some sort of trouble. I've got one rule for you in there, so it shouldn't be hard to remember. Third floor is off limits. They catch you snooping around, and it's open season. I'm more of an honorary member. I let them take up residence in the back, keep things looking legit. They keep this business afloat, so finances don't keep me up at night. It ain't a threat if it's a rule, now is it? Don't worry, she wouldn't be allowed up there either. For the record, I'm only granting you access because I have to. You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room almost straight ahead. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. The less you consider this an open house, the better. Doors open. Rude. Be quick about your business in there. Have it your way. I haven't been a fan. Take a look. Are you kidding me?
You decide to let loose in Neon. Maybe we should give you an A. Ilias. Never know what the paparazzi will print otherwise.
I'm watching. No funny business.
You try anything? Back off.
I'm planning on hitting up.
You try
Frankie's
anything,
later to pick up some more
you're dead.
fish. You need anything?
Back off.
Nah, I'm good with that right now. Actually, maybe you can talk to Frankie and ask her if the dragon can reach out. I figured our paths would cross sooner or later. Not that I thought I was safe, but I never expected anyone to just slip by all the syndicate here. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can help you see anything coming. Nyx owed me a favor and gave me the heads up. Yes and no, but mostly no. Just hear me out, okay? I know this doesn't look good, but I had no choice. Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. I'm not the one with motive here. First, I'm not about to reboot my life. Second, I'm not spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder for the next field op they'd send after me. Of course. But first you have to understand, she used me to play an unwitting part in this, so I'm the one that takes the fall. That's why I said it'd be impossible for me to intentionally pull this off. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking, but that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions? Because she knows I'm the most believable target. I'm the only one at Ryujin with the skills to even come close to being able to pull off a job like this. Power, of course. Corporations maintain their success by any means necessary, but there are some measures Masako is reluctant to take. You may have noticed that none of your assignments directly involve murder. Masako reserves those actions only when it's absolutely necessary. Ularu sees this as a sign of weakness that needs to be dealt with. It's the only scenario that makes sense. Besides, what's my motive? My career is solid at Ryujin. Infinity can't possibly beat my current benefits. Believe me, after having to play double agent, I've learned all of this firsthand. That's exactly what I've been doing here. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver it to Dalton. It's the only way I can prove I'm innocent. I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear the coast is clear. As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run, she'll remain confident that her plan is working. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. If Dalton really believes I'm involved in this, then I'm on the run. I hate the idea of uprooting my life, but I'd have no choice at that point. And Ularu will probably send every operative she believes capable after me. Extremely dangerous and way too powerful for human consumption. Obviously, the benefits to Ryujin would be infinite, but as Ularu herself has proven, no one should be trusted with that kind of power. Ularu wants Masako gone, but she doesn't have a legitimate reason to get the board to fire her. Instead, Ularu creates the very situation we're in now to make her look bad. The board sees Masako as a risk and votes her out. And with the Project Dominion prototype at her disposal, Ularu can guarantee they'll make her the next CEO. Oh, great. That'll be just what I need if this all blows over. Let's just hope she keeps her mouth shut on this one. The last thing I need is to be the highlight of office gossip when I get back. Well, that, and she'll never let me forget it.
Watching you.
No funny business.
This means you finished.
Holy shit!
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere.
I love that Neon is powered by lightning strikes.
Wow, look who's
It's,
back.
dare I say?
So tell me, what did you find out? I had a feeling you'd say that. Enjoy your time with Dalton. It'll all trickle back to me sooner or later.
Don't cause any trouble.
Is there something I can help you with? All right. This sounds like a closed-door conversation. Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. There. Now, is this some sort of joke? I thought Dalton was conducting a real investigation. And just where is this absurd notion coming from? Is this a game? I wasn't aware. Please don't tell me you actually expected that to work. You really think I'd believe that? It is a horrible thing when such well-made plans can't be shared. Oh, sure. And I'd just take your word for it. I don't think so. I'm starting to wonder what Imogene ever saw in you. Dalton. You obviously don't know him at all. I've heard enough. Now tell me who your source is, or quit wasting my time. I guess you do have the advantage here. Fine. Since it's just you and me here, I'll come clean. I leaked Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd. But I'm no mole. The only traitor to speak of here is Masako. You see, I'm not a mole. I'm an opportunist. And no one is more loyal to Ryujin than I am. Masako, on the other hand, is losing her touch. Ryujin needs strong leadership for what lies ahead. A CEO who can make the hard decisions. Oh, I'm no traitor to Ryujin. I'm the one that's going to keep this company on top for decades to come. So, now that you know, it's time to see how good you are at making hard decisions. With your help, I can take down Masako and make the credits worth your while. So whose side are you on? Masako's or Ryujin's? That would be my side. I can see to it that you'll not only get a raise, but a substantial bonus, should all things go my way. Now that I know where your loyalties lie, I suggest you act as if nothing's changed. If you're looking for a scapegoat on Project Dominion, you can feed Imogene to the wolves. When it's time for the next phase of my plans, I'll let you know.
You're back. And Imogene?
Well, look who's... So tell me. Inside the Syndicate? That area's off limits, and I think we both know why. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she went there. If you think I'm paying for that information, think again. It's just a matter of time before it finds its way onto my desk, and I can be a very patient person. Fine. Fine. I won't push. Enjoy your time with Dalton. It'll all trickle back to me sooner or later. I think it's time to do a little investigating of my own. Interesting chat, Op. Let's just hope when this is all over...
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Is there something I can help? Excuse me? Let me close this... Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. That's better. And just where is this Is this a game? Well, that would be great. It is horrible. I'm not sure you'll... I've heard enough. I guess you do have... Fine. I leaked The only... You see, I'm not a Masako, on the other... Ryujin needs... Oh, I'm no traitor. So, with your help... I'm disappointed in you, Op. And here I thought you had a good eye for opportunity. Go ahead. I guarantee any evidence you have is circumstantial at best. I've created the perfect scapegoat in Imogene. It'd be your word against mine, and I'm pretty sure the odds are in my favor. I admit, I misjudged Infinity Ltd's level of competency. If only I'd have gone to see Simon myself, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But I've learned from that mistake. So good luck. You won't find a thing. I'm disappointed in you, Op. I never thought you'd take the weaker side. This won't end well for you. If you chose Masako over some moral obligation, you're in the wrong business. This won't end well. I'm disappointed in you, Op. I never thought you'd take the weaker side.
You're back. And Imogene?
Kidding. It's right here. That was...
I suppose you suddenly have all the facts now. This explanation better be good. I'm a mind to fire you just for that comment. Of course. We've scrubbed security footage and run through access card permissions and found nothing. The project itself is an enormous security risk, but our lead R&D engineer, Vina Kara, has been working on ways to mitigate this. I find it hard to believe Ularu would take the chance to incriminate herself. But if this slate provides indisputable evidence to corroborate your story, well, that's enough proof for me. It will be a relief to reinstate Imogene as well. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize all of this. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Masako's been focusing on how to deal with Infinity Ltd. And their knowledge of Project Dominion. I believe her plans rely heavily on you. Just take the elevator down to Research and Development. You'll find Dr. Kara's office to your left as you enter the floor. Vina's the head of our Research and Development team. She's the creator of Project Dominion, and often considered the protege of Ray Karis, Ryujin's founder. Not that I enjoy it, but I wouldn't trust anyone but myself with these reports as it is. I'd head down to R&D if I were you.
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
Whew. Ryujin certainly spared no expense on their exec fee. This deal could be huge for my company.
Got my eye on you.
I need that Rothosite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back.
Masako's the one you
You're
need
here.
to talk to.
It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. In due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Vina Kara, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project Dominion. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated, so it was being researched separately as a mod. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only myself, DeMarcus, and Masako know about it. Big time. We'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. Well, good. That's all I wanted to hear.
And all I need is the last piece of the puzzle. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response to our queries from the station. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery quiet, so it's unusual for them not to respond. We have several theories. Dealing with a new element on a new planet has its own set of risks. It could be environmental, mechanical, or, worst case scenario, pirates, mercenaries. We are leaning toward the latter. I think we all share that concern, which is why I want you to find out exactly what happened while recovering the shipment. Unfortunately, yes, so be prepared. Extensive tests and research were done on the planet, so the chances that this is environmental are slim. And setting up a station like this is second nature for Consolidated Mining, with plenty of redundancies in place to handle mechanical failures. That's what I like to hear. The station is called CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden Cho, and his replacement is still getting up to speed. Otherwise, I may have had more useful information. I can't discuss the details. Company policy. Camden managed all of our outside contracts. He set up the initial agreements with Consolidated Mining, so he had on-site access and knowledge that we could have used. Which is why you have my full faith for this assignment. Be prepared for anything. Once you have the shipment, bring it straight back to Vina.